Business Online quick video where we're going to talk a little bit about importing data. That's the button right here, the data set for importing data. And we've got blogs and videos out there that show how to import data the typical way, pressing that button, clicking next in the dialog box, starting to go through the wizard for getting your data from file and browsing out to wherever that data might be on your desktop. But this particular blog was focused on some of the options that you have to update data and access data quickly. And in this case, I'm going to go down to the Arizona, New Mexico accounts that I've imported here. And you can see them down here in the Arizona, New Mexico area. If I uncheck them, they go away and then they come back. Now, if I wanted to update that data set quickly, you can click the edit gear button, and then you'll see down on the bottom is a quick update, which would let me go out to the data and update it. If there were any changes, it would tell me right there. There's options where I can go in and actually set up a unique ID column within the data. The data is listed behind us here in the data window, and I can pick one of these columns to be my unique ID column to enable updates from the file. So update data set from file using unique ID. Again, we've got blogs out there that explain how that all works, and I'm linking to those in the blog. But you can see you have all the different columns right there available for you to actually apply those options and then make that the unique ID for updating the data. And then the other aspect of data imports that happens to me on occasion is I may import the same data set over and over again, like hospitals or assisted living centers, or where all the liquor stores are in Maine. In which case I can just go to my data set button, and instead of importing and navigating out to where my data is on my server and going through the whole process all over again, I can click the From Server option and grab the My Data option, and then just go down to that Arizona data set as an example. I think it's in here. There it is. And then I'm just plotting that data, clicking that button, plot, and that will plot it automatically without having to go through the dialog box. It'll just push it onto the map just the way you've imported it before, so that there are quick and easy ways for you to explore importing data in Map Business Online. Once you've done something a couple of times, you know what the data is. Look at that data. As you import your data, think about the number of records that you have in the data. So in this particular case, that Arizona, New Mexico account, there are 181 records. And when you import that into Map Business Online, it's going to show you at the bottom of the data window view when you're selected at that data set. It's going to show you those 181 data sets. So when you import, it shows you 160, you know you've got a problem with some of those data records. And you'll notice this column right here with the colored dots. That column will tell you which records imported perfectly, which is the green dot. No problem with addressing there. Everything looks good. And then if we go down, there's yellow dots. Well, it didn't like exit 102 off of I-140. I didn't put that in there, but somehow that got in there. It didn't like route N12 and N7. Clearly, there's some issues with that particular record. And what the application will do is it'll default to the zip code and put it in the middle of the zip code, or put it along the road, but it won't put it at the exact right spot. And so you'll have to go back and manipulate those if you need to. If it didn't geocode at all, there'd be a red X there, and that would be reflective of the fact that there was just a total bad address. But we all run into bad address data, and it's a good idea to just explore your data, make sure that you've moved all the data that you can out of one field and spread it around so that you've got a name, an address, a zip code, a city, and a state field for locating, not all, stuffed into one field. That won't work in Map Business Online. Go to mapbusinessonline.com and take our free trial.